Hey guys, I just wanted to do kind of an update video after we put the CTS Stage 2+Turbo on. Just kind of give you all an idea of how it's been, what we've been up to, and where we're headed. So far I've put probably almost 2,000 miles on this turbo over the past, I guess 4 weeks since we put it in. We did fight a little wastegate issue when we first put it in, because when we were putting it together, my brother said, oh, the wastegate arms look the same, so just use the stock wastegate arm. While they do look the same, they are not the same. Come to find out, the CTS one is a little bit thinner metal, and the stock one being thicker made it kind of bind up on the turbo a little bit. It was moving sometimes, but it wouldn't calibrate right. So always use the wastegate arm they give to you. Once we figured that out, we got that squared away. The turbo's been perfect. Like I said, I've put about 2,000 miles on this turbo already. We did a trip to Orlando, then Miami, and then back to Orlando, and then back to Jacksonville. Turbo, worked flawlessly. Truck ran flawlessly. A little less gas mileage than I usually get, but that's expected. We got pushing more air, put more fuel in, whatnot. So lost about 2 miles per gallon on the highway. As far as performance, it says constantly getting better and better. I'm working with Paul Johnson Tunes, also known as F80 Paul. So we're working through the tune on that and turning it up and addressing any issues we have there. I've been pulling a lot of hitting torque limiters quite a bit, so we're working through getting through the torque limiters, and I have a throttle closure that we're working through as well. So that's going well. Right now, currently as it sits on 93 pump gas, it's about as fast as it was on the stock turbo with E50 in it. So I did a couple draggy runs and was able to pull off on the street 93 octane. Still had a little bit of wheel spin, a little bit of throttle closure, but still able to run a high 11. So that's usually what I run in this kind of DA on a prep track. So it's probably a little bit faster, if you think about street versus prep track. So I'm also, because of the change in the power band a little bit, I'm still also learning it where I need to launch at, because the power band is a little bit higher. Full boost comes on about 3,500 RPM, whereas before it was about 2,800 to 3,000. So figuring out that sweet spot to launch the truck and not spin. Even an all-wheel drive car, still breaking loose, so it's pretty spicy. So we've been doing that, getting that turned up. The truck is good and fast. I love the power. Now I have been trying some different blends, little E30, little E25, little E30. Right now, I know my tuner's probably going to kill me, but I'm actually on an E50 right this minute. But I think I'm a little bit over, so I might back it back off, because we're still, the original plans was to put injectors and fuel pump, and we're on a GU pump now, so we're not like on a stock pump, but we're still on a stock BMW pump. So the injectors are on a little bit of a hold, but work in progress. The DS 25 is coming today, so that'll either go on tonight or tomorrow night, depending on whether my brother wants to help me do it today or tomorrow. So we'll get that on, so that should help on that side of the fueling. Stock injectors, I think they're good for 650, I think close to 6. And so might still be a little lean on the fuel side for that to run that high at path at all. So I've been doing logging and stuff, so we're trying to make sure everything is safe and that we're not running out of fuel and stuff like that. And so far, especially at the E35, it runs seem to be clean. So E50, it ran good, but I don't know, my butt dyno says there's a little something there, so I might go ahead and put some more fuel in later to thin that out and go back down to like an E30 mix or something, or an E35 mix. We did do a draggy the other night on E35, spun a little bit out of the hole, and then had my throttle closure about 3/4 of the way through, and it ran a 1157 on the street. So on the street, it's faster than what I was doing on prep track before, so it's definitely a faster truck. So I think if we can get the throttle closure addressed and get a little bit better launch where we're not spinning, I'm thinking this is probably an 11.2 truck all day long. But the hopes is we go to the track this weekend and get everything right, and maybe we can get to high tens. So that's the hope. But we'll have to see. It might be a little bit of wishful thinking at this point, but we'll see. But I'd like to get the pump on here, so at least I got a little more oomph in it. But yeah, so we got new pump going on. Injectors will follow shortly after. A new set of plugs. They told me to gap them out at 22, so we're going to gap them out at 22. Right now we're just stock gap, stock plug, etc., etc. In GAs. So we're going to get all that together, and then we're going to turn it up a little bit more and work it out. So things are coming. There's they're just a little slower than we expected, but they're definitely coming. I definitely see the potential there. I definitely see this truck being a 10-second truck here in the very near future. But then, of course, we get that much power, we have to start thinking about other things like drivetrain. So transmission, drive shafts, the list just keeps going and going. If you want, this is as bad as a boat. A boat is nothing but a hole in the water you throw money into. Well, this is a hole in the concrete that you just throw money into. So, but it's fun. So don't let that discourage you if you got the effort. We're doing drag racing, so we're kind of heavily involved into it now. So my brother, he has his 240, the orange 240 that y'all seen on the channel as well. He's been having traction problems, but we did get him a new set of tires this past week. Got him mounted up, and so far it seems to be hooking on, at least on the street anyway, it seems to be hooking a lot better. Before he was spinning almost up to fourth and up to third on prep track, so he really was not hooking at all. So now on the street, he's hooking, he spins a little second, but by third he's good to go. So I think prep track he'll stick. If we can get him sticking, he should probably be maybe a mid 11, maybe a little higher. He might run that same 11.7 that I ran before, but he's going. I think we're going to get him in the 11s. I'm hoping for the 11s. That's what I told him we're going to get him into this weekend. So we'll see. But yeah. Anyway, turbo's been doing fine. No issues. No leaks. It's been running good. Got several thousand miles on it so far. Seems to be performing well. But yeah. So we'll keep you guys updated. We'll post some more content from Saturdays when we're going to Gainesville Raceway. So you'll see more content from Gainesville Raceway on Saturday. See what else we can go out there and kill. And yeah, you guys have a good day. It's 9/11, so I guess everybody's mourning the 9/11 anniversary. But anyway, have a good week. See you this weekend. Do some more goodies, good footage, and we'll see you there.